Welcome to GS Production, and today I'm going to share with you the answers of Biology Paper 1 of 2010. And specifically, I'm going to share with you question 11 to question 20. So don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel. Question 11 reads, which of the following blood vessels will have the highest level of amino acids after a meal rich in proteins? So A, I have the aorta. So the aorta is the blood vessel that transports oxygenated blood from the heart to all parts of the body. B, have the pulmonary vein. The pulmonary vein is the blood vessel that transports oxygenated blood from the lungs to the heart. Then C, I have the hepatic portal vein. The hepatic portal vein is the blood vessel that connects the intestines and the stomach to the liver. Then D, I have the lineal vein. So the lineal vein is the blood vessel that transports the deoxygenated blood from the kidney to the inferior vena cava. So my answer on question 11 is C, which is the hepatic portal vein. Coming to question 12. Question 12 reads, which of the following correctly identifies the types of root system? So I have the couch grass and the Tardarian. So multiple choice A, for the couch grass, taproot, and the Tardarian, fibrous. B, for the couch grass, advantageous roots, and for the Tardarian, the fibrous. Then C, the couch grass have the taproot, and the Tardarian have the advantageous roots. Then D, the couch grass have the fibrous roots, and for the Tardarian have the taproot. So looking at these two plants, the couch grass is having the fibrous roots and the Tardarian is having the taproot. So here my answer is D, where the couch grass is having the fibrous roots and the Tardarian is having the taproot. Question 13 reads, the diagram below shows a longitudinal section through the phloem. So that's the diagram of the phloem. I have the chloroplast, I have the self plant, and I have the pore. Then my multiple choices reads, but the question proceeds, name a substance that is conducted across the self plants. So A, have glucose, B, starch, C, sucrose, D, proteins. So my answer here is sucrose. So during the process of photosynthesis, the plants, they make their own food substances and glucose is produced. But during the transportation system, glucose is not transported in its form. It is converted into sucrose. And the reason why it is converted into sucrose is because glucose is very reactive and it is soluble in water. Question 14 reads, which of the following events occur during blood clotting? So 1, I have fibrinogen changed to fibrin. 2, platelets release thromboplastins. 3, prothrombin converted to thrombin. 4, fibrin forms a network of fibers that traps blood cells. So in which order do these events occur? So A, I have 2 to 3 to 1 to 4. B, I have 1 to 2 to 3 to 4. C, I have 3 to 4 to 2 to 1. D, I have 4 to 1 to 2 to 3. So here my answer is A, which involves 2 to 3 to 1 to 4. So the first process involves the platelets release thromboplastins. Then it will go to process 3, which involves the prothrombin converted to thrombin. Then it will go to process 1, which involves the fibrinogen changed to fibrin, and lastly it will go to process 4, which involves the fibrin forms a network of fibers that traps blood cells. Question 15 reads, the diagram below show a cross-section of the 3 types of blood vessels drawn to scale. So I have blood vessel X, blood vessel Y, and blood vessel Z. The question proceeds, what are these blood vessels called? So Roman numeral multiple choice A, blood vessel X is the vein, blood vessel Y is the artery, blood vessel Z is the capillary. Then multiple choice B, blood vessel X is the capillary, blood vessel Y is the vein, blood vessel Z is the artery. Then multiple choice C, blood vessel X is the vein, blood vessel Y is the capillary, and blood vessel Z is the artery. Multiple choice D, blood vessel X is the artery, blood vessel Y is the capillary, blood vessel Z is the vein. So looking at these diagrams, blood vessel X is the artery, blood vessel Y is the capillary, and blood vessel Z is the vein. So my answer is D. Question 16 reads, the diagram shows the internal structure of the heart. So I have parts X and Y. Identify valve X and vessel Y. So multiple choice A, valve X is the bicuspid, vessel Y is the pulmonary vein. Multiple choice B, for multiple choice B, valve X is the tricuspid, vessel Y is the pulmonary artery. Multiple choice C, valve X is the semilunar, vessel Y is the aorta. Multiple choice D, valve X is the semilunar, vessel Y is the vena cava. So looking at this structure of the heart, vessel X, that's the tricuspid valve, and blood vessel Y, that's the pulmonary artery. So my answer is B, which has the valve X as the tricuspid and vessel Y as the pulmonary artery. Question 17 reads, the diagram below shows the apparatus that can be used to investigate whether carbon dioxide is given off by a potted plant during respiration. So I have that diagram. Then on flask 1 I have sodium hydroxide solution. On flask 2 have calcium hydroxide solution or lime water. On flask 3 have calcium hydroxide solution or lime water. The question proceeds, which one of the following would you expect to observe in flasks labeled 1, 2, and 3? So A, flask 1 cloudy, flask 2 clear, flask 3 cloudy. B, flask 1 cloudy, flask 2 cloudy, flask 3 clear. C, flask 1 clear, flask 2 clear, flask 3 cloudy. D, flask 1 clear, flask 2 cloudy, flask 3 cloudy. So here my answer is C. Flask 1 it will be clear, flask 2 it will be clear, flask 3 it will be cloudy. Question 18 reads, which of the following reactions of tissue respiration occurring in a human being would yield the largest amount of energy? A, glucose which is 1 grams plus oxygen, will produce carbon dioxide plus water plus energy. B, glucose, which is 1 grams, will produce lactic acid plus energy. C, glucose, which is 1 grams, will produce ethanol plus carbon dioxide plus energy. D, fatty acid, which is 1 gram plus oxygen, will produce carbon dioxide plus water plus energy. So the reaction that will produce more energy is multiple choice A, which involves glucose of 1 gram plus oxygen, which will produce carbon dioxide plus water plus energy. Question 19 reads, the graph shows the concentration of lactic acid in the blood of an athlete. So that's the diagram. As you can see, on the x-axis there's time, on the y-axis there's concentration of lactic acid, and I have points, I have periods x, y, and z. The question proceeds, during which times was the athlete exercising? So A, have period x, B, period y, C, period x and y, D, period x and z. So the point at which the athlete was exercising was on times x and y, where lactic acid was increasing in the blood. So my answer is C, which has period x and y. Question 20 reads, the diagram below shows a vertical section through a mammalian skin. So I have that skin, I have part S, part P, part Q, part T, part R. The question proceeds, to which of the structures labeled P, Q, R, S, or T does blood supply increase when the body is too hot to retain the temperature to normal? A, P and Q, B, P and R, C, R and T, D, S and T. So my answer here is T and R, which is C, R and T. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel. This program has been brought to you by Joswale, promoting free education around Zambia. I will meet you next time. Thank you.